What's up, everybody? Today we're gonna do one of the biggest common questions that we get before we're about to head out on the road, and that's, what is your budget gonna be? You know, how are you guys affording this? We've seen budgets all over the place with slow travel videos that we've watched, but we settled on our number. So the number that I'm about to share with you guys is the number that we're comfortable with. Yours may change, you know, yours may be different, but this is our number. It's not luxury travel. We're not trying to go out there and stay in 5-star hotels, but it's not like a backpacking budget either. So we're kind of in the middle there. It feels what's realistic for us in order to travel. So with that being said, let's get into it. If you're new to the channel, this is Slow Compass Life with Brian and Jody. Jody is not here. She is at work right now. So I decided to do the budget video on my own, which feels super weird talking by myself without her here. I'm used to having her right here and it's a little more comfortable, but we're gonna get through this, I promise. So what is slow travel? If you're new to the channel, slow travel is basically traveling to another country, another city, another destination, and staying at least 30 to, you know, an extended period of time, but at least 30 days at a time. So we're not hopping in to cities every few days. We're gonna live like locals, grocery shop in those places, learn the culture. It's just a slower way of traveling and an exciting way to see the world. What is that number gonna be? Well, let me tell you, there's gonna be full transparency. And again, as we travel, I think the way that I'm gonna try and do it is after we're in a place for the month or 2 months or however long we're staying, I'll do a recap video and we'll share exactly what we spent during that month. For planning and transparency, it's gonna be $5,000 a month. That's the number that we settled at. Again, I've watched channels and I think we're kind of in that sweet spot. I've seen, you know, anywhere between 3,500 to 5,000 up to 7,000 and 9,000. Now let's break down what our biggest expense is gonna be. I think you guys can guess, it's housing, right? We plan on Airbnbs pretty much everywhere that we go. And if you stay in an Airbnb for at least 28 days, it's a lot cheaper, not really cheaper, but a lot cheaper, sometimes up to half. From what I've seen. We look for comfortable places, houses or apartments, and get the whole thing. We're not just doing rooms. We don't want to just stay in somebody's, you know, room and share the house with them. So we're doing full apartments or houses with at least 2 beds. And the reason we do 2 beds, Jody's not here, but she would laugh. If we get sick, then we'll have a place to go to another bed and not get each other sick, hopefully, while we're there. Not because we're gonna fight and we have to go to another room. We also have to have a kitchen because we're gonna cook most of our meals, or we plan on cooking most of our meals. Make sure that it has Wi-Fi so we can upload videos and you guys can watch the videos. And a washer. So we gotta have, those are must-haves, and we've looked for each place that we're gonna stay at has at least those things. So now that we talked about housing, let's go to the second most expensive thing that you can probably guess. It's gonna be food, right? Like I just said a second ago, we're gonna try to cook most of our meals. That's the plan. Jody and I have actually been practicing here at the house on at least some staple meals that we can cook while we're there. You know, chicken, eggs, cheese, dishes that have that type of things in them that we know that we'll probably be able to get in most of the countries that we're going to. And we've budgeted $1,200 a month for that. That might be a little high. We also want to budget a little bit in that to be able to go out and eat and experience local food. $1,200 should be able to cover to go out and do some nice meals, maybe once or twice a week, and experience some of that local culture. And then we probably need to budget some money in there for coffee. Coffee is a huge thing for Jody, so that might need to have its own budget by itself, but I'm joking, but she loves coffee. So yeah, that's food. Next up on the list, transportation. We've budgeted $500 a month for transportation, public transportation, taxis, Ubers, things like that. If we do have to get around, hopefully this is just kind of a set aside budget and we have some left over from that. Slow travel also means most of the places that we go, we can try and take trains to the next destination. I will say on this first trip, most of the transportation we're gonna have are flights. But inter-theater flights inside of Europe aren't that expensive. They can run, you know, $100, $200 a piece, to where you can get from Like from Granada to Athens, I think our flight was 120 bucks, so it's not too bad. Where they get you is the luggage. And we've got to learn to pack lighter. If you guys have been watching our shorts, that's kind of a thing for us. So yeah, that's trouble. Next up on the list, experiences. I've got 600 bucks a month for that. I think that should do us. You know, for the most part, I think we're gonna try and stick with museums, tours, maybe some food experiences. Again, talking about food. Maybe some day trips in there. I know whenever we're in Italy, we want to do like the Amalfi Coast and, you know, Mount Vesuvius and Pompeii. You don't have to have something planned every day, I think is the point. You know, a lot of the things we'll try and do as far as experiences wise is, you know, walk the city, you know, go to public parks. Some of our favorite things will probably just be to hopefully do nothing and experience the Airbnb that we're in. So yeah, that's experiences. Then the last thing is going to be $400 set aside for miscellaneous. Well, some miscellaneous. Some of that's phone. But yeah, 400 bucks. Things that you don't think about, things that just pop up, just miscellaneous type stuff, and hopefully that'll cover us for any of those surprises. And hopefully those are very, you know, few and far between. So that's the $5,000. It doesn't, man, after talking about it, it doesn't seem like it'll go that far, but hopefully it does. I think we should be able to manage that, man. Some months we'll be under. I hope that'll be great. We'll be able to save some and carry over to the next country that we go to, or put some back in savings. I'm sure there'll be some months where we go over where we're not seeing it, and again, we just the next month try and cut back on that. So it's not perfection, but it's all about sustainability. It gives us a mark on the or a high water mark to say, look, we can't go over this. But we're gonna share this whole journey with you: destinations, budget, mistakes. And if this kind of travel speaks to you and you like want to hang out with us, then we're glad you're here. And as always, wherever your compass leads, may it take you somewhere unforgettable. We'll see you guys on the next one.